Nakabenta ki khobor ke baman kasngi subscribe yo Antor News.
Nonghikai School Ad Hoc Hapoka Shatri jongka Federation of All School Teachers of Meghalaya first term wat lakimpat hun setia ya karai jongka sorkar ban kentiu tulop mar khandai hajar ya Nonghikai secondary higher secondary bat science bat kumjuru mar ndriu hajar ya Nonghikai School LP Henry kilarai ban sangeh no shwa ya ke jingyaki tia surok bat samit hakmat sekretariat habakren hakinong tok khubor mentakasngi ubabu mebon lingdo ulaong bahaka jingyalang mentakasngi Nonghikai kila banjur baka sorkar kadai ban kentiu ya ketulop lakumno khat prahajar hakashi benai nalor ban kentiu bej manla usnem 100% naka jingyo tulop Shushu ubabu mebon ubadairu unong aktin joka fastom ulayathu ba kakenhun kelarai ban sangeno shwa yakni kejingki Henry ondang peteng ban leitit jingkang syaka sorkar halor kiwipat kimat jingdawa wat ladang ilawengi kejingyaki Henry ngidon ke jingkermen baka sorkar kan khot yakren yakinong yalam halor ke jingdawa ban kentiu 100% man la usnem laong shushu ubabu mebon dakaba benra pro badai ban penkiu samar ar hajar Nonghikai School LP knang bakat tulop jongki kan kot syaka arpo hajar tingka hakashi benai shushu ubabu mebon ulethu bawat la Nonghikai kimpat hun Henry yamenta kin pediang shwa ya ke baki layo bat ke jingyakun kampat kut satya tat hadu bandayo ya ke jing mentoy kum Nonghikai.
See, I know all of us are not happy with what we got. There's not even a single teacher who's happy. I will repeat again, there's not even a single teacher who's not happy, and the most unhappy people are the leaders, because the leaders have tried their best to give the best to each and every single one of you. So the most unhappy people right now are the leaders. But let us see what we have achieved. Let us talk about something positive. What have we achieved from this agitation that we have? Irrespective of the little amount of money that we got from the government, but what did we achieve? Yes, money is important in life, but money is not everything in life. So what did we achieve? The first thing, we achieved unity. For the very first time, there is unity among all the Arab teachers in the state of Meghalaya. That in itself is a success. The second thing is we have achieved dignity. Dignity as teachers, the dignity that we lost, we have received it back. We got it back. So we have achieved dignity. Please clap for that as well. The third thing that we have achieved from this is the love for humanity. For the very first time, people who are not involved in the teaching process, they have come forward, they have lent a hand. We have seen all these people from every nook and corner of the society who have come forward, help us with food, help us with lodging. That is the love for humanity that we have lost for a very long time. This love for humanity is something that cannot be bought with money. That is what we have achieved. Next, we have achieved patience. We have achieved patience. Patience is one of the most important things in life that each and every single individual should have. So we have achieved patience. We've been here on the streets. We've been triggered. We've been angry. We've been frustrated. But in respect of all of that, we still have patience to be kind. So we have kindness in our hearts. That is what we have achieved. The next thing is we have broken down barriers. We have broken down political barriers. People from different political parties, irrespective of what political party they belong to, they all came. Even those who are in the government, they came. That is where we have broken political barriers. Not just that, we have also broken barriers where people, irrespective of which section of society they belong to, they have come forward, they have lent their hand, and they have helped us. We have broken that barrier as well. That, my friend, is something that you cannot earn, and you cannot substitute with money. Now let me come to another part. Most of you are wondering, why did I call two politicians that day, Kong Amparin Lingdo and Ba Jamino Mauto? Most of you are wondering. You can have different opinions. Now I will tell you why did I call them. From the very start of this agitation, for me, this agitation is not just about money. For me, this agitation is not just about the increment or the enhancement, but for me, this agitation is about a revolution that we seek to bring to the education community in Meghalaya. See, in Meghalaya, we have different sets of teachers. If we name them all, it will be too long. But when I met with them, I impressed on them what I have in mind. So in mind, I have that in Meghalaya now, from now on, we should have only 3 different sets of teachers. One is the government, the second is the aided, and the third is the purely private. So when we are talking about the aided, that is the ad hoc teachers, the deficit teachers, and the SSA food teacher. They should all be clubbed under one name, that is aided. And these teachers should get the same benefits irrespective of what position they held before. See, when we talk about the ad hoc teachers, why I am so vocal about the ad hoc teachers? Because one is because I'm an ad hoc teacher myself, but second is the ad hoc teachers, they do not get anything apart from their salary. Nothing, zero. There is no DA. There is no maternity leave. Just think, there is no maternity leave for the ad hoc teachers. If they get pregnant, they go on a leave, they have to put a substitute there. And they will have to pay it from their own pockets. They will have to pay it from their own pockets. There is no maternity leave. There is no health insurance. There is no EPF for the ad hoc teachers. So which is why I would like to club all these aided teachers under one name. I do not know what name will the government choose to give, because after we are done with this, we are going to write another proposal. That is why I met with Kong Amparin and I met with Ba Jamino Mauto the other day, and I impressed on them that we need to change the education system in Meghalaya. The next thing that I told them is this: when we talk about education system in Meghalaya, we should not only talk about the teachers, but we should also talk about the parents. For those parents who have helped us, who have been here with us for so long, I want to let you know that the reason why we are fighting here, it's not just for the teachers and their salary, but it's also for your children. How? Meghalaya's education system is one of the most backward in the entire country of India. Now the main problem with this, with all due respect to Kong Amparin, I told her, the best of 5 in matriculations, it does not work in Meghalaya. It does not work. Why it does not work? Now the students are allowed to fail in either maths or science. Now we should go to the grassroots level. We should check who are these students who are failing in maths and science. For your information, the students who are failing in maths and science are not from the rural areas, but they are from the urban areas. Why do students fail in maths and science? It's because they are lazy. And if you are taking away the importance of maths from class 10, what you are doing is you are taking away the power from that particular student to work hard on that particular subject. And if he does not work hard on that particular subject, he is not going to be able to compete for any competitive exams in Meghalaya as well as in India. If you find any government exam where there is no maths, then you please come and tell me. There's not even a single exam where maths is not important. Maths is important. We have to accept that. And the more we go forward with this plan where students are allowed to fail in either maths or science, we are taking away that power from the students to be empowered to apply for these government jobs and to actually get those government jobs. But we are taking away that very power and strength from them. You can argue with me and you can say some students are good at this, some students are good at that. In our state, students of 17, 18 years old, 16, 17, 18, they are not fully matured enough to understand what do they want in life. You go and ask a student of class 10, what does he or she want to become in life? 90% or 95% of them, they do not know. That is the same thing when you go and put your child in a school for the very first time for the class nursery, school and college anymore. Now students in Meghalaya are dropping out not because they are not compatible or they are not being able to prepare themselves, but they are dropping out because school is becoming too expensive. It's becoming too expensive, which is why we are coming to the second part. Now, I have also impressed on them that the syllabus of the school in Meghalaya, the curriculum framework is the most outdated. We are feeding students the syllabus that is old, the statistics that are wrong, the statistics that cannot be compared in the modern day context. We are teaching them that. If we come to the syllabus, I am an English teacher. You take a look at the syllabus of class 11 and 12, English of the MBOs. Students in 11 and 12 are reading what? Short stories. Short stories in both English and alternative English. Whereas if you take a look at the other boards like the ICSE, in class 6, they have already groomed them on how to read novels. We are lagging behind. Then we also have another norm that is being made by I do not know who. That students who do not take alternative English in the class 11 and 12, they cannot go for BA English. One thing that they did not check is that the syllabus of the alternative English has nothing to do with what the syllabus of BA English says. Nothing. However, if you check the syllabus of the elective Khasi, that is exactly what the students of BA English need. So why is the syllabus on how to move forward and how to make education better in Meghalaya so that we can once again be called the education hub of the Northeast and also of India. But right now it is a very sad state. We as a group, we want to change, not just the salary. I know most of you will not be happy with the salary, but we are not just looking for the salary. We are looking for your better future, where you will get all these different amenities from the government, where you will be empowered to be accessible for all these different EPF. What will you do after retirement? What will you do after retirement? We are looking for all of your maternity leave. We are fighting for that as well. We want the teachers of the ad hoc to also get maternity leave. It is not there in the memorandum, but we are speaking now because the memorandum as it is, it was not being prepared by me. It was being prepared later on. So we will move forward. So we will move forward. We will make all of these things better. But for that, I need the support of each and every single one of you. I need your support. I need you to also help me, to support me, to change your future and your children's future and your children's children's future. If today, no matter what decision we take today, I do not want you to go home and to only think about the money. Please do not think only about the money. Do not limit your capacity to understand only about money. We are all very unhappy, and the most unhappy one is I and the leaders here. We are very sad. Since yesterday we have had this discussion over and over again. We cannot come to an agreement. What should we do? We know that most of you or some of you might point fingers. Oh, it's because of this, it's because of that. But what I have in mind, the blueprint that I have in mind for your future, once that takes shape, then you will understand. This fight that we won, I will say that we have won a fight, and for that all of us should applaud each other, because we have won a fight. It's very rare in Meghalaya that you win a fight, and we have won a fight. Yes, the fight that we won, it's not according to how we plan, but the fight we won, at the end of the day, we won. We won. We can go back home with dignity. We won. We win. We sat here and we won. Do not go back home that we got less salary. Go back home where you are happy that you won. So the decision that we are about to take here today, I know if I ask each and every single one of you, you'll have different opinions, and that can be dangerous for everyone. Some of you will say, let's go home, we have got what we asked for, or else we might lose what we already have. Some of you might say, no, we should still fight. But I will tell you right now, do not be selfish. Be selfless. Think about the others as well. There are so many who have been fighting for the last 3 months. So many are tired. So many have been away from home. So many who have had to face so much of difficulties because of this. See, if we continue, anything can happen. We do not know what, but I'm just saying anything can happen. Someone might come here. When we were patrolling the other day here, we slept here, we were patrolling. There are people who came here. We can protect you for 1-2 days. We cannot protect you forever. We cannot protect you forever. We do not know what is going to happen. Yesterday you also saw what happened. So it can take another turn. Instead of you going home safe and sound, you might go to the hospital, and you might even lose your job. For how long will we be able to protest like this? We have to return back. We have to also think of the students. So as a teacher, I would like to request my fellow teachers, as it is the decision that is being made by the CEC today, that we will call off this agitation today. But there's one thing. The 5% of enhancement, of increment, that the government says it is yet to take a decision, we are going to have a dialogue with the government. We are having a dialogue with the government. The leaders will stay because today we might have a dialogue with the government. So we will keep on imploring on this 5%. However, I want you to not be sad anymore. Be happy. There is a victory that you have just won. And let us remember one thing. We want so much more than the money. We want the love of the people. We want the love of those people we have never seen before. These strangers who have come to help. We want their love. We want the love of all of these pressure groups who have come forward, give us food, give us the terpals, give us the protection. All of them. I cannot name them, but I would like to thank all of them. The reason why we can still sleep safe and sound here, it's because they are somewhere watching over us. I would like to really sincerely thank the pressure groups, because when they met me, they said, "Bak Mibon, I know this is your fight. Just know that we are there with you. If you need something, call us. But we will not be with you right now." It's not because they do not care for us, but it is because they care for us too much. That is why they are not here. The ad hoc teachers in the state of Meghalaya, for now, as a decision that is being taken by the CEC here and the CEC in Garo Hills as well, we will now return home, and we will return back to our jobs, we'll return back to our students. And the best thing of all, see, there are some officers who ask me, "What are you teaching your kids by doing this? What are you teaching your students?" I never got to answer to them. We are teaching them to stand for what is right. We are teaching them to never back down despite the circumstances. We are teaching them to not be afraid. We are teaching them to be brave. We are teaching them the lesson that if you want something in life, you must always try. Just like there's a quote that says, when you shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you land among the stars. And the 6 and the 9,000 that we got are the stars that we miss while shooting at the moon. So we are practicing everything that we are teaching our children, and that is the best lesson that we can teach them. Just like I said when we first met at Mulki Ground, I said we are going to make history. If you are here, it means you are here for change. If you are here, it means you want change. And if you are here, it means you want to be a part of that change that we want to create. So congratulations to each and every single one of you. Congratulations, for you have succeeded in becoming that change. There's this one famous quote that John F. Kennedy used to say, "Ask not what the government can do for you, but ask what you can do for the government." In the same way, we are asking the government what they can do for us, but from now onwards, we will tell the government what we can do for the government. See, when we talk about the government, we are talking about the education system. If the education system crumbles, the entire system crumbles. So we will make the education system better. You will see a lot of things are going to change next year when it comes to the education system. A lot of things are going to change. And then, maybe right now you will not understand. Maybe right now you will be angry. Maybe right now you will not be able to digest what I'm telling you. But next year, when you see change is slowly coming, then you will understand that the fight that we had was not useless. The fight that we had is important, and the fight that we had is going to be remembered from generation to generation, because this, like I said over there, this is the genesis of change. This is the genesis of the change of the education system that we have in Meghalaya. It doesn't matter whether we are going to be as important as someone who is sitting there, but there is one thing that is important for sure: what we do, how we do, and what we live for. Another thing that I would like to tell you is that I have also impressed on the government that there is a need for refresher courses for the ad hoc teachers as well. Why is there a need for the refresher course? Because teachers, they need to learn new things, to be upgraded, to be better. And last but not the least, why I have stated there should be only 3 different sets of teachers in the state of Meghalaya. I feel most for the private teachers. I feel most for the private teachers. Because the private teachers in the state of Meghalaya are the ones who are suffering the most. They are suffering more than us. What is their salary? 3,000. And they do not have any association. Why? The moment they have an association, it's goodbye. So we, from first term, we are also going to take that responsibility that we will look for their rights. When there are only 3 sets of teachers, we will also impress on the government that there should be rights to be protected for the private teachers in the state of Meghalaya. See, what is the average income of a person in the state of Meghalaya? If we take a look at the 17-18 statistics, 7,000 is the average income of a person in Meghalaya, whether that person is educated or not. How is it possible that teachers who have gone for their B.Ed, who have gone for their M.Ted, who have passed all these different sets of examinations, they are earning less than 7,000? They are earning less than the per capita income. That is something that cannot be accepted. And that is something that we have to also fight for. The best fight is when we fight for someone who cannot give us anything back in return. That is the best thing that we can give. If you are giving someone something and you receive something, that is not a gift. That is not where you are doing something good for someone because someone is paying you back. The best gift that we can give someone is when we do something for someone and they cannot repay it back. But we can be glad that their lives are also better because we choose the right thing to do. And the right thing to do right now is to also look for the rights of the private teachers in the state of Meghalaya. Should some of these schools say that they are not able to pay, then they do not deserve to run a school. They do not deserve to run a school if they cannot pay a teacher the average income that a person earns in the state of Meghalaya. They should be able to pay the average income. So with that, dear teachers, I would say I'm not heavy in my heart anymore because I've said it all. With a very grateful heart, I would say thank you so much to all of you who have come, and particularly to the press. The press, can we have a big round of applause, please? This fight will not be possible without the press. They have played a very important role in this fight, and this fight, of course, it's like 50% belongs to them. The success that we have, it also belongs to them. So it is also the victory